Today, boys and girls, we're going to continue with our subtraction word problems. And today, you want to be successful when you can use a strategy to solve a subtraction word problem with the start unknown. So let's look at our word problem for today. It says Jessica had some pins. She gave her sister 15 pins. Now she has 32 pins. How many pins did Jessica start with? So, again, when I do my equation, I know I have my start, my change, and my result unknown. That are those three places that I need to figure out what I know about my word problem. So if I look and it says Jessica had some pins, what do you know? If you say, well, Miss Smith, I know that I don't know how many pins I have except for some, and that's not a number, so that is my unknown, I would agree with you. So I know she has some. So that means it's my question mark. I don't know what that's telling me exactly. Then it says she gave her sister 15 pins. Well, I know if I'm giving someone something of mine, it means I'm going to have less of it. So it means I'm going to take away with what I started. And it says she gives her sister 15 pins. So I know she's going to have 15 less pins. Now she has 32 pins. So I know she started with some pins, took 15 away, and now she only has 32 pins left. So it says, how many pins did Jessica start with? So again, if you remember, can we solve this? If I have some pins sitting here, if I have a pile of pins and you have no clue how many I have, can you take away 15? You can, but do you know what you started with? No, so we have to figure that out. So I'm going to rearrange this problem so that I know I need to figure out that question mark, that start. And I know when I'm subtracting, the number I start with is always my greater number. So it's going to be a larger, bigger number. So I know that if I want a larger number, if I want my number to increase and grow and be a greater number, I'm going to add to something. So I know that I'm going to add 15 plus 32. And so I'm going to solve and do 15 plus 32. I'm going to start with my number line. The number line is a strategy I feel like I'm comfortable with it. I'm good at it. So I am going to use it. So I know I have 15. And so I'm going to add 32 to it. So I know when I add 32, I see I have 3 tens. So I'm going to add 10 3 times. Now remember, boys and girls, not to leave any gaps. Do you see any gaps between Miss Wilmot's jumps? No. So I know that when I add 15 plus 10, I get 25. 25 plus 10 is 35. And 35 plus 10 is 45. Well, then it said I need to add 2 ones. So I'm going to add 1, 2. So I'm going to add 1. So I know 1 plus 45 plus 1 is 46. 46 plus 1 is 47. So I know that she started from my adding 32 to 15. She started with 47. I'm going to check this. So before I'm 100% sure, I'm going to check it and make sure. So I know if I were to put the 47 back up here at the start where it was my original unknown, if I have 47 minus 15, I'm going to check and make sure it does equal 32. So I have 47. So I'm going to do a check with a picture. Okay, so I have 47. I'm going to take 5 ones away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to take 1 10 away. I see I'm left with 1, 2 ones and 1, 2, 3 tens. So I got my original result, the 32. So I know that I was correct when I added 15 and 32 to get 47. So I can now answer that question of how many pins Jessica started with. I would say Jessica started with, and I see I had 15, I added 32, and it said 47. So Jessica started with 47 pins. And that is how I would answer that problem. So go work hard on your composing work. Make sure you're showing and using your strategies when you're answering those word problems and using those strategies to solve with your exit ticket.